Hello and welcome back to Nick's Hobbies and Interests. So before I get talking, very quickly to describe to you what I'm actually making, cooking in the background, I'm doing a sweet potato curry. It's not for tonight, it's for tomorrow. Tonight we're just going to have some Chinese takeaway. But I'm taking the moment to cook and talk as the entire house is quiet. Everybody's out, so it's peaceful, it's lovely. It's been the reason I wasn't able to do the disc plate yesterday. It's just too much noise. You know, the girls were all downstairs giggling. There's just so much going on in the house that I just don't have any time, any quiet downtime. So, with that being said, now that I'm actually doing the cooking and it's quiet, I thought, why not record and basically talk about some stuff. Most importantly, of course, my channel, my YouTube channel. When I started this, I don't know, 2 years ago, I didn't really know what I was going to do. The model railway has always been the plan, to be fair. I always wanted to do that. It was only afterwards that I actually thought, you know what, let's branch out and do other things. Give me a second as I look for something. Excuse the quality of the video, guys. It is on my phone. But yes. When it comes to my channel now, I'm covering 3 things a week. The disc plates, naturally. It is definitely the most popular and it's definitely boost my subscribers up. That's normally midweek, so you know, like yesterday, today, maybe Thursday, depending. And then there's model railway stuff on Monday. And then some form of figure or collectible, normally at the end of the week, depending. But I don't know, part of me wants to focus my channel on one thing, but then part of me knows that I like a lot of other things. You know, it would be easy just to say, right, it is just the model railway, it is just disc plate. Just those two. It means I can put my time into my model railway without any real consequences of everything else. And the disc plate, of course, is really once a week, isn't it? You know, you see a limited edition become available or announced, and then you buy it. You wait a week for it to be delivered. So that is a once a week sort of thing. Unless, of course, you hop on the website and you are placing orders for, you know, some standard editions. I haven't yet covered their new Temple limited edition. I did see it the other day, and I was going to do a preview, but like I say, had Cardiff Monday, I was a bit tired, I've been a bit under the weather. And yeah, I just thought, you know what, a day won't matter. Those that follow disc plate will see their work, and it's only available right now to club members until I think 11 o'clock tonight. So yeah. I'm insane with knives, people. For those that don't know, I put a machete into my leg. So yeah, it's not my finest day. But a lesson I learned, and to be honest, I was basically doing some gardening or tree cutting, about 20 minutes away from finishing, and I basically got cocky and decided to, instead of slice sideways, I just went, the machete went straight through the branch and hit the next thing, which was my leg. So yes, like I say, wasn't my finest moment. And then the mark on my eye, that came from a stupid accident again. That was a table, funny enough, the mark up here. I crouched down to pick up something, and as I did, I misjudged the distance between the table corner and my eye, and basically the mark on my face is the end result. The doctors say it's an unhealing wound, so I keep treating it with creams and all sorts of different remedies, but yeah, it's still here. I'm missing my radio sessions for those that actually know me in person. I used to work at the hospital, work on the radio, and yeah, I have to admit I'm missing it. My mum wants me to go and do it more professionally and pursue it as a career, but I don't know. There's a part of me that wants to, but then there is a part of me that doesn't. I'm confident enough with it, and I'm happy to waffle and talk as you're hearing now, but I don't know. Nick on the radio, it was scary at one point, but you know what, they broke me in slowly. I didn't realise I was live on my second day. The first day I was there recording, it was just that, it was just a recording, one they can edit and chop about. But the second day I came back, they just said, you know, get in there and just do your thing. It was only maybe 30 minutes later they came in and said I was live, and yeah, by that point I'd already been doing it, and basically that sort of fear just wasn't there. I just carried on doing what I was doing, which was waffling most of all. Which Wally has allowed that to overflow, hey? Made a right mess. You know why? Normally I'm keeping an eye on it. But not today. I bet as I've been talking to you and cutting this, you've been watching in the background, haven't you? That overflowing. You know what? In all the times I've done this dish, I've never allowed it to get like that. It's going to be a clean up job, isn't it? Afterwards. Right, let's just throw the pepper in there, shall we? Because it's only the one. Saying that. It's gone soft in the corner, so let's chop that out, shall we? Forgive me guys while I just focus, I'll get talking in a minute. One thing that's on my mind actually, originally I had it in mind that when I got to 10 subscribers I would indeed do a giveaway. But you know what, I passed 10 subscribers a little while ago and didn't end up doing it. It came as a surprise. I've shot up maybe 37 subscribers in the last, well, since Christmas really. Since I've taken the display seriously. That's really the honest truth. The majority of the time when I'm actually speaking to my, I guess, viewers, the majority of the time it's about artwork. So I'm not really surprised. But luckily, I'm covering content I enjoy myself. I am thinking of starting up an eBay page though, because just like the displays, you know, the limited edition Star Wars came this week. And I put it in storage with the rest for now until I get round to recording a review. But I look at it and I'm just like looking at my storage, looking at my space, and I'm like, I just don't have enough space for all of it. So yeah. It's I don't know what it is. It's either a matter of, I don't know, just put them into longer term storage or selling them. But yeah, I think an eBay page would be best. There's no rush on this meal, so I am going to just do that. And basically just clean up my mess quickly. I like cleaning as I go along because simply at the end it's all done, you know, it's all tidy. But yeah, first time I've made a mess like this. Normally I'm quite clean. Let's get back to it. I've done this very smartly, haven't I? There you go. I'm going to end up setting my glove on fire. Anyway, let's move that back over. Bam. We don't want it overflowing, so let's do that. It can begin boiling. I do actually have a cup of tea here with me, so do excuse me. Right. I think let's get the pepper in. One entire pepper has to go in, so I'm no real chef, people, so honestly the way I'm doing this doesn't have to be correct or perfect, but the one professional thing I've done is worn a baseball cap to stop any hairs going in to the meal. Knowing that it's one thing cooking for yourself, but knowing that I'm cooking for the family for tomorrow, yeah, I thought that would be best. Leave a comment below, because I honestly don't mind. I'm thinking of doing a giveaway, as I said, and I'm also sort of working with a printing company. Basically, this print here of the octopus has been done, and the baseball cap, as you can see, was done all by this company 23 Ink. And I was thinking of basically giving away, or buying and giving away, either t-shirts or baseball caps. So let me know what, if you've got this far, let me know what you all think and what you all think would be a good giveaway sort of gift. I would do a display, but the display is 100, I don't know what, 120 pounds, 125. So realistically, for that kind of money, you only want to give away one. You know, don't get me wrong, the t-shirts would all come to £100, sure, but at least more than one person could have it, if that makes sense. I could doing a giveaway, there's going to be more than one winner with the t-shirts, but with the display it would only be one winner, which is fine. But I like the idea that multiple channel members are actually going to have the chance to receive a gift, a freebie as it is. So yeah. This isn't live, unfortunately. The reason for that being is the internet here is terrible. I'm in the extension part of the house, and yeah, the signal, the internet, Wi-Fi is terrible. Yeah. Otherwise, I would have done this live, to be honest. I thought about it. I thought, do I get a what they called Ethernet cable, and basically do a live video of me cooking. I was going to do a live video of me doing Lego, but the Lego I want to do live, it hasn't arrived. It's limited stock at the moment. I was talking to somebody at the Lego company, and they were saying Lego underestimated how quickly it'd sell. They made a limited number, and of course it sold within days. I'm talking about the Horizon Forbidden West toolneck. The video game basically, but the toolneck made of Lego. It's sold very quickly. A nice guy, to be fair, in game, in in Cardiff, actually said if he gets one in, he'll hold it for me. I didn't really want to tell him that Cardiff's a 2-hour journey from where I live. But yeah, if it gives me the chance of actually getting my hands on one, you don't mind, do you? And I'm not going to argue about getting on the train and taking a journey down there. Jumped over the spreader. Basically, all that's in this dish at the moment is chopped tomatoes, some plum tomatoes, and this is tinned, by the way. So tinned chopped tomatoes, tinned plum tomatoes, some sweet potato, some spinach will go in later, and then some garlic's going in, coriander, pepper, salt, chilli powder, spinach leaves. I think I said spinach though, didn't I? The last time I made this, they said there just wasn't enough, so where I would use maybe 2 sweet potatoes, I'm actually going to use 3, so nobody can find a reason to complain. My channel is not going to be a cooking channel. I just thought it'd be interesting to do in the background, and since I'm doing this in my free time, yeah, I thought I'd take the opportunity. The next thing that's going to die though is either my battery on the phone or my storage. So we'll see. The recipe I'm following is a woman named Deliciously Ella. However, she makes it as a stew, where I make it as a curry. All I do simply is, even though I'm letting it boil now, I follow the recipe all the way until the last 10 minutes, and then I just remove the lid from the pan and let all the condensation, all the water evaporate basically, until you've got a nice moist sort of paste, but you know, obviously a curry paste. So yeah, still got 2 more. Sweet potatoes to go in. So let's get them out. And let's cut off the strandy ends that I'm not going to use. Some of you probably would cook with them, but I'm not. I thank you for watching my last video, whoever's still here now. The Cardiff train station, that was a good day out, to be fair. I went up onto the platform, was given access to the platform actually, because to go on there you had to pay for a ticket, and I just said to them, hey, I've got a YouTube channel, just want to take photos. The policies are interesting though. Asking the duty manager on the station, basically just for permission to do it, and he was telling me as long as the photos don't go towards making a profit or a video game, So like the VR system, so you know, so you can walk around, but as if you're there. Yeah, I found that very interesting. And of course, the only other thing I tried to avoid was taking photos of people. Occasionally, there'd be somebody in the shot, so when it came down to editing, I was kind of cropping them out of the corner, let's say, or making it so the camera is above their head. So yeah, but yeah, good day out. Really enjoyed it. It does make me want to go back to Cardiff. Nice city. Though, don't spend all your time in the shopping centre. Once you've seen one, you've seen them all. Cardiff, the character of Cardiff, anyway, the life of Cardiff, is on the streets and in the Bay Area. And you've got Cardiff Castle and all sorts. If you're going to Cardiff, don't just go in the shopping centre. As lovely as it is, it's got everything, but just see Cardiff for what it is outside. Go down the alleyways, go in the arcades, experience like street food and all that stuff on the streets. Just, you know, don't hide away in the shopping centre. We got there, I forget what time, we left late, so we got there maybe about 1 o'clock. I think we left at 11. Got there about 1. And you know what? For the majority of that time, unfortunately, of being there, I think we were there from 1 till 7. The majority of the time being there, we were actually just in the shopping centre. And I was looking back on the trip thinking, yeah, the best times were when I was out and about on the streets of Cardiff. Like I say, I went and found a model shop, got myself an airbrush, even though I'm not there yet. I was thinking, I have quite an armoury now of weapons, and I was actually thinking, do I get a few of them and spray them up with, you know, the likes of camouflage paints, and then put an overlay on them just to protect them from scratches and whatnot. But I'm not sure. My M4 would be a nice one, and I've got the big boy rifle as well, which would be a fun one. I don't know. I got a couple of films in mind though to inspire that idea. The Shooter film with Mark Wahlberg. He has his big, I think it's a 50 cal rifle. He's got that in a desert camo, which I could try and replicate. And then I'm also quite keen to do a jungle green camouflage on the M4. Or at least that's my idea anyway. I'm thinking, I've not really gone through with it, but my plans at the moment, it's only because it's a lot of money, my display collection would look good on the walls going around my cabin. But I don't know if I want my limited editions down there. It's a lot of money. And of course, with them being limited edition, if they were to get stolen or if there was a fire, those limited editions would be hard to get back, and I'd end up probably paying a lot more than I did originally. Overall, you know, buying one is not too bad, but buying many more, yeah, it's a lot. If you follow me or follow my channel for the collectibles and stuff, I plan to either do the Batman pop vinyls next, pop figures, or Hawkeye. I just picked up Mayor something or other. I think it's the deaf girl from Hawkeye. When I was in Cardiff. Like I said, I was in game. I thought, oh, let's have a little gander, see what they've got. And yeah, they had her, and I knew I hadn't got her already, so I grabbed her. If you've just joined the video at that point, it's going to sound a bit naughty. Ooh. gotta ask, has anybody seen the Uncharted movie? And if so, tell me what you think in the comment section. I watched it the other day, and I'm going to be brief. I was kind of disappointed. Tom Holland was great, but I didn't think Mark Wahlberg, I don't know, it definitely is not his best film. And I thought the latter end, is it the latter end? The later end anyway, of the story was some of the weakest. I thought it started okay, but then got weaker. But with that, that's what I'm going to say, because for those that haven't seen it, yeah. I would honestly recommend waiting for it to be added to one of your subscriptions, so Netflix, Now TV, Amazon Prime, just one of those. When it comes down to my opinion on movies, yeah, I was a bit surprised. Though, one thing that does look cool, there is a statue of Nathan Drake coming from Uncharted. I think it's based on Uncharted 4, and I'd be tempted, depending on the price, to get it. Only 2 more to go. This video will come to an end, obviously, if the family return, because if I'm honest, they're just going to talk and you won't even hear me. Let's put it that way. But yeah. I did pick up the Star Wars X-Wing, if anybody's interested, and I did also get a little freebie as well. Now, I have to admit they were great. The Lego store in Cardiff shopping centre, yeah, very friendly staff, and very helpful. To be honest, I went in there for the tall neck, and because of how friendly they were and how nice they were, like I say, I did think, well, why not buy the X-Wing? It was on my list. Never really committed to it. And yeah. Give me a second, guys. We will be moving on. Well, at least I will be. I'll be moving on with this momentarily. When it comes down to my model railway, I need to realign some of the track, and there is a kink in some of the track at the moment that needs just to be kinked out, let's say. And yeah, hopefully get a running session. When I was in Cardiff, I nearly bought myself a Loco, but I am tempted. I'm in that frame of mind, you know. I hate to say it, but I want to spend. I want to buy myself something. So yeah, the latest display. Just so you know, I don't plan on getting. I know my preview video hasn't gone out, but if you are watching this and you are following me for the display stuff, yeah, I don't plan to get it. It looks awesome going on the pictures they sent, but yeah, it just doesn't. It's not me. The only reason I'd buy that is to review it and then sell it on. So yeah, once again, eBay page or privately sold. If somebody reached out on Instagram or whatnot and said, "Hey Nick, would you sell it?" and I'll be like, "Yeah, sure." But otherwise, yeah, it's not for me. I do apologise that I haven't been on top of my videos. Like I say, it's been a week or so. You haven't had a pop vinyl review or a statue figure review of some kind. I've only done my train video this week. I haven't yet even recorded the Star Wars display for the Phantom Menace. And what else? I haven't done the preview for last night's display announcement. Sorry guys, I'm making a right mountain out of this one. Let me just fix my problem. That's going to take years. 2 seconds. Let's just get down to the end. There's a horrible bit. You know what? I'm just tempted to slice it off. There you go. Let me just take my trash and get rid of it. Give my hands a little sprinkle. I might edit it down, or I might just publish it as it is, but that can go as well. Let me just get this all done, guys, and then I'll continue waffling away. Of course, fire away any questions in the comment section. It's there for you. As I say, I am grateful for you all subscribing and following my content. I just wish I could offer you more. I was looking at even getting better editing stuff going, so I can actually do more with my videos, but one way or the other you end up paying for the service, don't you? And I was looking at it thinking, each month, is it worth it or is it not? And at the moment I haven't committed, but I am tempted to, but I'm giving it some thought, because the one I'm looking at is about £30 a month. It's more than my phone bill. Don't get me wrong, I'm 6 generations old, you know, I got the iPhone 6 back when it came out and I've still got it to this day. But it does everything I want it to do. It can connect to the internet when I'm not at home using Wi-Fi. Messages, calls. Its camera's okay. It's doing this now, but it's not the best. I was looking at the iPhone 12, I think it is, and comparing the camera on that, especially at night, trying to get, you know, like when I was up in the attic, my camera was barely, you know, my phone camera anyway, was barely capturing anything. But then looking through the iPhone 12, the night vision on that, let's say, is a lot better. We'll see. I did use my GoPro. I think it was my electrician, Kieran. He recommended me I get a GoPro, and I used my GoPro for Cardiff. And to be fair, going back over the footage, I think it's captured it well. Because all I was doing is well, it's not even that, you know, it's not even a big one. The GoPro I've got is tiny. You know what, it's about the size of a stopwatch, and I mean like a pocket stopwatch. It is, but it could come in handy when I build my model railway. Could come in handy actually placing it on the train and sending it round the track. There's another guy here in the UK that I follow that does that exact same thing, and it does look awesome. Bear in mind he's got a much bigger layout in his loft, but yeah, I think he's got about a 40-foot layout. That's the equivalent of my cabin back and forth, basically. If I was to go around the entire cabin, it's 20 foot in length by 14 foot, so yeah. Initially I need to get the glove. I need to give this a good stir. Very quickly, because it came to mind, when I talked about street food in Cardiff, I think Bristol is even better for street food. But whenever I've been in Bristol, I've been working, so I can't honestly say. I'm going off what people have told me. So yeah. Right, that's all bubbling over. There for later. Garlic is in this pot here. And we're going to have to give me this thing open. Okay guys, we are back. My phone's memory became full. Too much video, and obviously too much stored on top. What I am doing now is just adding a tablespoon of, what is it, miso paste. But also what you've missed is the family have came home. Yes, I'm no longer alone. That peace and quiet, as such, is no longer a thing. But I'm almost done. You've been on the camera before, don't you? For those of you that haven't seen, we did a poly house video together. My mum went through all the fruit and veg she had. We did that about a year ago. I think it was in lockdown when we did that video. It's available further down in the channel. Right, what we want now is we want a tablespoon of all these things. Hang on. Yeah, chilli. As I was saying before I noticed my camera had turned off, being blind and partially sighted, I look down at what I'm doing, but I can't actually see what I'm doing, so I have to roughly judge it, give a rough idea. It's like when I'm making tea, my head has to be so close to the thing. So to give you an idea, only here can I actually see what I'm doing. I can't stand too far away and do it. that'll do. A good portion of that's already in the bowl. No. Won't be doing that again. Right. And last but not least, let's just add some salt in there. Let's go with that one. Considering what this is going on, it's just all that. Mark, you disappeared. You got a second? Does it matter which pepper mill I use? Do you mind? Do you mind which pepper I use?
The small one.
You use the small one?
The one that's got pepper in, yeah.
What's the tall one got in it?
It might be empty.
Yeah. Basically, what we're going to do now is add this concoction to the dish. And then give this a mix. I'm going to get a glove on, or I'm going to burn my hand. For someone who has got a sight issue, I have to admit, it's quite an easy dish to do, simply because of all the range of colours. When you like, let's say I'm pouring water into a glass, so take this for instance. When I was filling this up to pour into that pot, above I cannot actually judge where the water level is. I have to adjust myself to about this level to give you an idea. So when you are, for instance, filling up a pot or a pan with all these different coloured foods, it's great. Anyway guys, we are going to give this another 5-10 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the washing up. You're more than welcome to come with me. I will stop and start the camera. Alright, we are back over, but this time by the sink. I'm leaving my dish to boil over. I've done that and then I've walked away. Bear with me. As I said earlier, I do like to wash everything as I go. You may notice, now I said we have quite a selection of weapons. You may have spotted the pistol in the window beside me. All it is, guys, is an air pistol, a break barrel. Quite an old-fashioned one, but yeah. Let's put that back. Basically, my dad comes to the window and shoots the rats in either early hours of the morning or late evening. I'm going to just quickly throw some spinach in our dish across the room. Oh, I could take you with me, I guess. To about there, maybe. All I'm doing. A few sprinkles. And then give that another stir. Need the glove because it's a bit thick. I'm going to give that literally 2 minutes to boil, and then I'm going to remove the lid and let it all just evaporate. So whilst that's given 2 minutes, let's move back over here to the window. I think we're secure. Cool. Right. Actually, just throw it all there. Because what I want to do first is give the ball. Okay, with that out of the way. That one out of the way. Right, hang on. That lid needs to come off the pot. Basically, guys, all I'm doing is allowing that now to just evaporate. Turn it into a curry instead of a soup or a stew. So yeah, I don't know how well you can see me. I can't actually get my head in that corner, but all I'm doing now is just a simple quick wash up. Most of this can go in the dishwasher, but since it's just been used for sprinkles and dips and sauces and all sorts of stuff, it's easy just to do it by hand. I don't do anything with the tin cans, but I like to, well, I say I like to. My mum always brought me up to wash them out before they go in the bin, to stop rodents and whatnot smelling food and breaking into the bin bags. Where we are here in Wales, instead of having like a plastic bin, we just throw our bags out on the streets. So tied up, of course, but yeah, compared to other places, we don't actually have a dumpster, like a a plastic wheelie bin as such. So yeah. Though apparently Wales is one of the best counties, if you like, for their recycling, or was the other year at least. If that's changed now, I'm not sure. But like I say, it once was. Alright, with all that washed up, let me just dry my hands before touching the camera. Don't know if you can hear that, that's my grandmother waffling about some guy's number. Right, let's get back to this. That, to me, in my opinion, sorry, it's done. So let's knock that off, and there we go. A sweet potato curry for tomorrow night. Like I say, leave it at night, it should be better. Should taste better at least. But anyway guys, that was me just more talking and cooking whilst I had some free time on my hands. Like I say, I needed that to be done for tomorrow. If you got this far, thank you so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, ring the bell if you wish, comment below, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.